Hi, this is Preetha and you are watching Dakshin Curry. A South Indian pantry is always filled, is completely stocked with podis and chutneys. I mean, it's an easy way to make a quick fix meal, and today we are going to look at a very traditional Parappu Podi, yes, which is going to be made with tur dal. So to know more, stay tuned. Let's have a look as to what we need to make the Parappu Podi. I am using 1/3 cup of tuvar dal here. Along with that, I am using around half a teaspoon of urad dal. Now this is completely optional. Some traditional recipes don't call for urad dal, but I am just adding this to tone down a little bit of spice in this powder. Salt to taste. Few red chillies. I'll be using around 2 to 3 medium size red chillies. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and hing powder. Today I am not in the mood to use whole hing. I'll be using a little bit of hing powder. So let's see how to make this. I'm going to take a pan here, and the first step is going to be to roast this. We are not using any oil in this, and that is why the shelf life of this powder is really awesome. You know, you can stock this up in an airtight container. You can use it as a spice mix if you're even making parathas or you're making sabzis or gravies. But the most traditional way of having this is to have it with steamed rice, you know, a little bit of sesame seed oil and this powder. You can have it with ghee also, but then somehow the flavor with sesame seed oil is really different. A little bit of aplam and pickle and dahi and you're done. It's really fascinating what simple ingredients can do. So we add the dal here, and we have to roast this till it's pinkish brown. So you have to be careful, you don't want to burn this, nor do you want to keep it raw. So let's roast this. So as you can see, the dal is changing color. There's also a very dominant aroma, and now we will remove this onto a bowl and allow it to cool down. Now you need to remember that while grinding any podi, your ingredients have to be completely cooled down, because it's going to have a bit of moisture. So when you're going to grind it, it's going to get kind of soggy. Now in the same pan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add very little urad dal. Like I told you, this is completely optional. Be adding around half a teaspoon of urad dal. I'll also be adding a little bit of hing. Now you must be wondering that there is no oil or anything. That's okay. You're just adding a dash of hing to roast it in this heat. I'll add 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. You need to remember that you're also going to be adding red chillies, so be careful with the amount of black pepper that you're adding and red chillies. Now if you want, usually what they do is they make it nice and spicy, because you're going to be mixing it with sesame seed oil or with ghee. So people usually make it really nice and spicy, but you can alter the amount of chilies according to your taste. So let's roast this a little till the dal changes its color. Now this is the Tambram style, so we are not using any garlic. So if you go down to Andhra Pradesh, what people usually do is also roast garlic and add it in this. That also adds a really awesome flavor. You can try that too. So as you can see, the dal is also changing color. Let's switch off the flame. We don't want to brown this too much. And what we'll do is we'll add it to this existing mixture here. And we will add salt according to taste. And we'll allow this to cool down, and once it's completely cooled down, you are going to grind this into a really fine powder. Let's see how our powder looks. It's ground, and as you can see, it's a nice fine powder. Now one quick tip, like I told you, that before grinding you have to ensure that you have to cool down your ingredients, otherwise it's going to be a little lumpy because of the heat. Even after grinding, because of the grinding in the mixer, there's a little bit of heat generated. So what you need to do is, before you're going to store it in an airtight container, once you've made the powder, allow it to cool down for a while. Just let it stay for say around 20 minutes or so, and then transfer it onto an airtight container. So as you can see, this powder is ready to serve. Now that I've shown you how to make this, you know the rules to follow, right? You have to make this recipe, you have to subscribe to India Food Network, and you have to give me your feedback. So I hope that you're not going to miss out on any of these things that I just asked you to do. So until next time, it's Preetha signing off. Ciao.